A wizard laying upside down on their desk notices a flaw and is able to piece together the solution to an age-old question: interdimensional travel. And as he stands up, Jeremiah Wild corrects some of the drawings on his symbols, adjusts them, and finally puts them into the correct order to open up the gate. And in a flash, he dissolves and is seen no longer. But that is not the last thing to happen in this office. As the gate did open and stayed open, and as a glimmer of another dimension, then a flash of another plane, then half of an unknown space, and then darkness is seen through this portal drawn on the wall. And then a hand reaches through, and a thick red claw digs its way into the side of the wall and pulls itself the remainder of the way out into Jeremiah Wild's office. And looking around the stone building, curious as to where it has now found itself, pulled from the deepest reaches of hell. The pit fiend shrugs its wings and smells such energetic life nearby. I think this will be a wonderful place to rule. And it dashes through a wall, and screams are heard in the distance. But you guys are underground in a whole different area, completely unrelated to that. You guys are just having knocked out Stara, and then suddenly Jeremiah Wild has appeared in the hallway with a symbol drawn on the wall. And as they turned, he recognized Doc. And in that moment when he said, "But you're dead," your memories of the other timeline came flooding through your brain, but they did not eradicate the present timeline's memories either. Now remembering that you were a member of this group, that you came here with them and something happened when you messed with that time magic, you created a rift and something displaced you, but no one else seems to know that as that floods into your mind, Doc.
So for clarification, things, what does I mean, technically both versions of Doc is dead, but what is this thing of Doc? What does he know about Wild Jerry? What is their?
So the version of you who are you talking about, the one who was created or the one memories you just got back?
Created.
Okay, so that version of you doesn't know Jeremiah Wild, but as your memories flood you and you start to get these bits and pieces, you remember that wizard from your home dimension. Wait a minute, you're not from this dimension? Like, your brain is trying to sift through it as you piece it all together, spliced over each other.
So my actual me that wasn't created knew Jeremiah in the past.
The me that you, the you that started this podcast is the one who knew him.
Okay.
The you that happened, quote unquote, an episode ago doesn't.
Oh Lord, okay.
And that's why you just got those back, is because something from your original just interacted with
that
you.
Makes sense. I forgive me, it's been a long day. What do you mean?
Oh, right, okay. No, Jeremiah, don't say anything that would ruin a thing where you're not from. Okay, right. Um, and he looks at you, and there's a muttering real quick as he casts an incantation and waves his hand and looks at you.
What did he just do?
Make an Arcana check.
I surely will.
Everybody is allowed to because they see this happen.
Cool.
23.
Gallery.
Okay.
5.
21.
I got a 15.
Okay. So for everyone, 14, 15, 21, and 23. So Gallagher's the only one who doesn't like detect what's going on here. But
and me.
Jeremiah, and you. Jeremiah has just cast a detect magic. And he kind of looks you over and says, right, you're not a... Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, that's right. Duh, Jeremiah. Doc was different.
At risk of... Because he's realizing what's happening. I don't know why you're here. I don't understand why you're here. And I believe you feel the same.
You know what? Yeah, I am a wizard, and clearly looks like you are too, but a different type than the guy I knew. And so, sorry to bother you. I should go now.
No. Don't go. Oh. You seem like kind of, not twitch, but like almost like a migraine has come over. I have questions, but for the sake of... Because when he knew me, I didn't have all these tattoos.
Yeah, he knew you as and what was the type of wizard? It was conjuration that you were at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did not know you as a time wizard, which is why to him, this is a different doc. This is a different scenario. Oops, I shouldn't say anything because my doc is a conjure wizard.
Exactly. And he says, and Doc says, there are things we both shouldn't say out loud. I have a feeling we're going to pretend we are just two individuals who happen to find each other. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's probably for the best, right? Because I don't want to mess anything, but I knew it was possible. I told you, well, not you, but like, I knew it was possible to get here. And he starts looking around. What are the rest of you doing in this instance?
Buck is still going to be pouring over the wall. Sorry, go.
Gallagher's just picking at his hand reps, just like watching this conversation happen, trying to track it so that he too can figure out like what exactly is this whole time thing, because he doesn't have a great grasp on it yet. He got a lecture from Doc last episode. He doesn't want that to happen again. He was a little bit scared, so he's trying to figure this out as best as he can.
Okay.
Bucket's still looking at all the information on the walls, just trying to figure out what the fuck is still going on. Like he sees this, he like gets it, and he's just he's going back to it.
Okay, Bucket, give me one more investigation check.
Investigation, I got you.
And what is it you're particularly looking for?
I got I thought that was a nat 1. No, I got a 10.
Okay. And what is it you're looking for here?
I'm still trying to get context for what the hell is happening, like what this everything could be referencing, like locations, time periods, stuff like that.
Okay. So with a 10, I can give you that much as far as what has been found here. Because one of the things that you're noting is Star's got a bunch of information here, but the whole reason she dragged you down here is she hasn't seemed to fall on anything of super importance yet. She's noting that something's missing, that something's been removed. We've got that much. But time period wise, you do note that this information is referencing stuff before the fall. Before the fall of gods, as the like years are determined. They're called, 1050 PF, post fall. And so these are referencing items and things that have happened before the fall, which have now been erased so that, well, you aren't able to learn about them.
Gotcha. Okay, well, as I'm doing this, I'm also taking all the information and bringing it into my bag.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, how about Proxima or Tycho?
Proxima is still where we left her. She's still sitting on top of the desk. And she is just very slowly like gathering up Tyka's cards, and she's listening intently, but as she's listening, she's kind of like just doing the cards like one by one, and she's trying to like gather herself from everything that just happened. But now there's like this new guy, and so I think mostly Proxima is just sort of like keenly listening, but not trying to draw like too much attention to herself because she doesn't know if she can trust our good friend Jeremiah just yet.
Yeah, but you've gathered the deck up?
Yes.
Are you doing anything with the deck now?
I was gonna hand it back to Tyka.
Okay, cool. So as you go to do this, Proxima and Tyka make a perception perception check.
That is a 19.
That's a 9.
Okay. So Tyka, very familiar with the cards, very familiar to how they handle, what they look like. These are being handed back to you. And as you go to grab them, you see a shimmer, a glow to them that wasn't quite there before. And as you grab them, there's some weight to these cards now as they are handed back to you.
I do like a flourishy shuffle, and am I still able to do it?
Yes, you are able to flourish these cards. Yes.
And I want to start ritually casting detect magic on the cards when I notice this. And I pull the card that has the serpent wrapped around the King of Spades, and I hand it back to Proxima. I think it's better that you keep this one.
I'm very
oh.
sorry if I ruined your cards. I didn't know that was going to happen. I feel very bad. I will replace them, okay?
As you withdraw, you said the King of Spades?
Yep. The one that had the serpent wrapped around it.
You withdraw the King of Spades and go to hand it. And there is a moment where as you draw that card, you hand it over to her. And as you're ritually casting, everything of value, of wealth that you own leaves you.
Oh no!
The deck is a magic item now, and it does not leave your possession, and any magic items stay with you. But as you have drawn this card, anything portable that is property vanishes.
Like
any land in your name, anything, it's gone.
Oh no, what did I do? I bankrupted Tyka.
And how does this realization come over Tyka?
So as you go to hand this back, so the realization is as you hand this back, you suddenly feel much lighter, and anything that is not magical of yours has just vanished. So unless your clothing, I'd almost say, I think Tyka just suddenly finds themselves in a very interesting spot. But any property of yours is gone.
What happened?
What
the fuck did I do?
I don't know. I don't know. Wait, hand it back. Hand it back.
Oh, okay.
I grab it. And I put it back in the deck. Nothing.
Nothing happens.
You bankrupted the man.
Oh,
Look
no.
what
Now, how long does your ritual casting of that?
So ritual casting takes.
Is it 10 minutes? Is it an hour?
It's 10 minutes, I think.
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got the ritual casting in the works. But you now have this deck, and as you drew a card, something happened.
Oh, Fuck you.
Oh no. No.
You have this deck of
Pull
cards that
everything!
this woman
Pull all
got
of them!
connected
Pull
to the
everything!
god of time.
Time to fuck up this stream! The deck of many things, my ass! We're doing it all!
Oh, fuck
I'm
that.
already in a campaign with a deck of many
happening?
things.
We're doing it all!
My legit question is, does Taika have another deck of cards? Because you use your cards for your Bardicus and for your magic.
Yeah,
and
this
shit.
this is not Taika's. Well, he had another deck of cards that was not magical. I don't think he has it anymore. Like,
Now-
because I don't have anything anymore, right?
That's just
Did you give that deck to David, or did you say you'd hold on to it?
No, you're right. I did give it to David.
Okay.
So
Yeah, anything that was yours is gone, and you're standing there, probably stark
Tyke-
naked.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Gallagher's gonna come over and he's gonna reach inside of his bag. And he's gonna like start untwining some hemp and he's gonna go, "I'll make you some pants."
No, Proxima takes off her big coat and she just I don't know what's happening, but this feels sort of my fault. You take my coat. I don't. Oh god, I'm so sorry.
No,
Oh god.
no,
Oh god.
no. It's okay. It's okay. Watch. This is something about being a magician, and Taika just snaps his fingers, uses performance of creation, and recreates a brand new copy of his purple cloak.
Yeah, he does.
But
Oh, right.
I'm still gonna need those pants.
Excellent.
It may take a while.
Taika now gets the and so yeah, Taika is able to get that and the pants. And Jeremiah looks over to Doc and says, so I should probably go home.
why. Before you leave, as my gaze turns towards Taika, because I'm sure that was a moment. That
Yeah.
was not just a random thing that
Oh.
happened. He's
Yeah,
naked
yeah.
now. Why are you in the nude? Or why were you in the nude?
Sometimes magic tricks backfire, but we
I
learn.
am a studious wizard. Unless you have wild magic, which I don't believe you do, not much backfires like that.
And Taika holds up the deck. He gonna fans it out a tiny bit, just so, but nothing is showing. And this changed.
Have I ever seen, or do I know anything about that deck?
Yeah, you go ahead and
Or a
give me an
similar
Arcana
deck
check.
or
Yeah, you
something.
give me an Arcana. You can all now do an Arcana check.
Well, that's a 7. So Gallagher ain't ever seen nothing like this.
Yeah.
25.
Oh,
Add
I got a
another
nat 20.
9.
That's funny. I thought that.
Nice.
Okay, so Bucket and Doc, what did Taika get?
What was the actual modifier for that
Arcana.
check? That is a 14.
Okay, so yeah, this is something the three of you have heard of. Like Taika, even as a magician, you have heard of this sort of thing. A deck that, when drawn from, has effects and the powers that could be in it. But you two, Bucket and Doc, 100% understand deck of many things.
Taika, that deck
Yeah.
is a treasure, but also at the same time could kill us at any moment. So I'm going to have to respectfully ask you to put those down.
Could I
Wait,
draw a
what-
card?
Yeah, I want to draw a card.
I
now.
wanna draw a card.
No.
No.
I
You
want
get
to
near
see
this,
what
I will kill
happens.
you. You know, nope, I'm not even kidding. You will die a second
Literally.
death.
If you touch any other card, I will make sure you are erased from existence.
Thank you, Doc. Taika, you're going to put those cards in a box now. Like,
Oh, seems-
is there anything around that we can like use like a makeshift box as?
Let's see.
Yeah, there's a little like chest on the shelf of
Wait.
Stara's office.
Taika,
All right, I'm gonna take that box and I'm gonna be like, Taika, you put them in this box carefully.
Look, I'm already doing a great job of erasing myself out of existence. I don't need your fucking help. And Taika puts him into his cloak.
Okay.
If you say so.
I don't want to make it seem like I know more than you. That's not the case. I just want to make sure we all understand the severity of whatever has happened. I don't believe you had that deck before. And now we deal with a time abnormality. An old friend returns for some reason. And now your once simple deck is one of the most powerful magic items alive. That's not a coincidence.
I believe there is more meddling going on than we thought when just our memories.
Yep, I can agree with you guys there. But if the deck can do this to me, it has to be able to help us at some point. I don't think it's worth just putting away, never touching again. But definitely not.
The chances of it
now.
helping us, the chances of it hurting us is greater than helping us. That is the problem.
That's not true, actually, but
Yeah, but statistics, blah blah blah. It's going to hurt us or help.
Like what?
But semantics.
Like what?
technically we already got a bad card, so the good can outweigh the bad now.
Yeah.
But
Like,
You want to draw? You want to draw? Let's see what happens.
I want to draw. I have one in another campaign. I want to level up. I know that's in there.
or you
is,
can
like,
get
the
death or
range?
void.
Like what is the
All
range? Is it
players
like
roll a perception check.
oh god? I still want to know what the range. we're
27.
looking at
Everyone
is.
roll perception.
That's a 24.
Okay, fuck.
This is what happens when you introduce a
25.
deck of many things, Corso.
All
I
right,
want to draw it so bad.
I got a dirty 20.
okay,
I
we
got
have a 20. Oh, we have a
27.
25, a 27,
24 for me.
24. And what did we get for Danny?
16.
16. Yeah, and so as Bucket is delivering this moment of like, not put him away, put him in the box, and then Doc says something, and Bucket's eyes are trained on you. It's still enough to notice it with your ears as you suddenly hear,
Oh,
and you turn just in time to watch a figure dive through the portal and snatch Jerry around the neck with its jaws.
no, Jerry!
And there is a crunch. And a second beast jumps through. And two beasts, long, black, cat-like panther-looking things, look around and they see you. Roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Wait, is Jerry
I
dead?
want, I
Wait,
want
yeah.
my short rest.
23 on initiative.
Oh no.
16.
I also rolled a 16.
9.
That is 20. Nope. 21.
Okay. All right, we got a 21 for Doc. We got you said a 16 for Proxima?
That's correct.
Okay, what about for Taika?
9.
9.
9.
Okay. Danny?
23.
23. And for Gallagher?
16.
All right, 16. What is your dexterity?
+3. I've got
Alright.
a 16.
Proxima, what's your dexterity? Or I guess you guys get to decide. That's how that works, yeah.
Honestly, you go first.
All right.
So at the top of the order, though, is Bucket with a 23.
Okay. So there's 2 displacer beasts, and how far away from them are me?
Do we actually know that displacer beast? Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and just make a quick, this would be probably a nature check to understand the beasts.
No.
Yeah, everyone can make
It's
a
not
nature
nine, it's a
check.
9.
21, baby!
Oh yeah, you know him, Bucket.
Like, fuck! Damn it! No!
Taika doesn't
Cats!
know.
I love cats, but this sucks!
That's a 7. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty kitty cat. That is
Yeah,
very
and
nice
as you
kitty
think that, you're like, oh shit, displacer beast. You start to see the images of them sort of moving about themselves. And so it looks as if there are 4 of these present. So yeah, Bucket, you're at the top of the order. What do you got for us?
Alright. I'm gonna start off with casting Booming Blade. And I'm gonna... Oh god, I guess...
God, I guess I'll attack.
Okay, yeah. There's two side by side. One has Jerry in it, Jerry's neck in its jaws and is crunched down. And,
Is Jerry like 100% dead or?
That'll be a. You know what? Jerry looks very still.
I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna lunge at the one with Jerry in its mouth.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll attack it. So I gotta roll to hit. Hold on, with my rapier. That is a 17.
Okay, now attacks, especially physical, are going to be with disadvantage as it's a displacer beast.
Cool. Okay, I'll roll
All
again.
attacks are disadvantage.
Roll again. That is an 18. So 17 is my
Excellent.
lowest.
Yes, and that does break the armor class of 13.
All right, and I'm using Booming Blade as well, so I'll roll to hit with that, or roll for damage with that.
Excellent.
That is 8 damage total, but I'm going to action surge and I'll attack again.
Go for
Actually,
it.
no, I could use multi-attack. I'm using multi-attack at level 5.
Booming blade can't let.
Yeah.
It takes your
Yeah.
entire action, so you don't
Oh,
get to
okay.
attack twice.
Oh,
Alright,
okay,
then
all
I'll
right.
use-
So hold on. Let's make sure that we get the info on. So that displacer just took a hit, and you dealt how much damage?
Only 8 damage, and then I'll use my
and then
action.
booming
and then
blade adds.
No, that was full damage with Booming Blade. I rolled pretty low, which sucks.
Yes,
Booming-
but
boom-
the effect.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
If the creature moves before the start of Danny's next turn, it will take an extra 2d8 thunder damage.
Mhm.
At 5th level, the attack does the melee attacks damage plus a d8 thunder damage on hit. So
Thank you.
yeah.
I'll keep referencing off you for that, and then I'll use my action surge to attack again. And I'm not going to use Booming Blade for this one. I'm just going to use my regular multi-attack.
All right, so attack twice. Yep.
All right. With disadvantage, the first roll is a 15 plus 7. That's a 22. Second is that is a 13 plus 7. My lowest is a 20.
That'll
So,
hit for
Cool.
sure.
All right. It's my first attack.
Meta knowledge outside of Doc doesn't know this, but if a displaced piece gets hit, it's that displacement is off for the turn.
Yes, it is disrupted for the turn, so you don't have disadvantage on it because you
Oh.
landed the first hit. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so my first attack is a 9. My second attack, I'll just roll to hit again without disadvantage. That is an 11 plus 7. That is an 18. Roll damage again. And that is 11 damage.
Okay. Okay, so we did 11 and we did 9, and then we did 9 on the first one.
9 and then 11. No, wait, hold on.
Because yeah, there were 3 attacks that hit.
Yeah,
your
you're
first
right,
One,
yeah.
your second, okay, perfect. All right, pretty gnarly there, and you got booming blade lasting. Anything else?
Is there any way I can't use any more action to grab like Jerry or no? So I'm good.
No. Okay. That turns it over to Doc up next.
Oh Jesus. Okay. I don't like this. Just so it's very clear. And I'm like right next to Mr. Jers, who is currently Displacer Beast food right now. So these things are right next to me, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. He's going to draw a symbol in the air as a tattoo lights up on one of his legs. And it's going to be a clock that starts to go backwards, and then it just continues to go as I phase out of existence, and then I reappear in another clock 30 feet away as I cast Misty Step. Because no.
Bye.
Yep. So I just get like to the back, well, at least behind them. And as I do, I will let that tattoo on my hand glow as I throw a firebolt at the one that's not fighting Jerry. At the same time, Galileo is going to swoop by and distract using the help action, so it cuts off that disadvantage. So it gets
Excellent.
it. The question is, will it hit? No.
Oh no! What do we roll?
I literally, it's a 13 AC, 12.
Yep. Oh man. Okay.
We will discuss why I missed. My apologies. And Galileo is going to like fly back because flyby, bitch. And but that's what I do.
Okay, and so the displacer beast with Jerry in its mouth now goes next as it opens its jaws after the hits that it took and drops the body of Jerry onto the ground. And it looks, and closest thing is Bucket's approached to attack. So this one is going to go at Bucket, and it is going to make a slash at you with its tentacle. And this tentacle is going to whip at you for...
Whip it.
Whip it good.
Oh, let's whip it.
Shake it.
The
Shake
first
it up.
one is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that deals 9 damage, bludgeoning, plus 2 piercing. So a total of
Nice.
11 damage.
Make it like a
It's-
champ.
Its second swing is, it's only an 11.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it swings at you once and gets connection, but as the second one comes down, Bucket's able to dodge and get out of the way, and it
Perfect.
doesn't connect with you a second time. And it then looks, and as it looks at you, its displacement starts to happen again. So because it's the end of its turn, that displacement is back.
Don't like it.
Okay, that is its turn. That now moves us on over to Gallagher.
All right, Gallagher is going to see these two creatures. How far apart are they?
They are about 5 feet apart
All right,
because they
I'm
came in
going
together and haven't gotten out of the hallway yet.
Okay, so if they're like right beside each other, I can't weave between them, but that's okay. So I'm going to like run up beside the one that that Bucket is currently attacking. Gallagher's just gonna like get into a full-on sprint. He's gonna drop the pants, and then he's going to, as he gets right beside them, with the range of 10 feet, he is going to summon his astral self arms. And they're as they are summoned, they're going to just like on the flicks, this wave of force is going to blast out. So
Okay.
they have to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
Okay. They have a +2. So let's see. We have a 5 and a 13.
That they ain't gonna cut the salami. So they take 2 damage each. Oh yes, take
Okay.
that 2 damage.
Nice.
That's for my bonus action, and then for my main action, I'm going to use those astral arms to punch the creature, the one that's in front of Danny right
Okay,
now.
go for it.
Does that, because they failed, would that cancel their displacement or no?
They took damage. So yeah, it's no disadvantage now to hit that one. Or both of them, actually.
That is a 15 to hit on that one, so that hits.
Yep.
And it shall be taking 8 force damage.
Okay.
And I will punch it again.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
Excellent.
And that is 7 force damage. Give him the old jab cross, except it's with my big arms.
All right.
Ka-chunk.
Ciao.
That one is definitely taking a beating.
We need to save Jerry.
I'm on it.
Okay.
I just
that
want to
is-
emphasize that Bucket is doing this all with the paper still in his hand that he's been collecting off the walls.
Yes. Does that end Gallagher's turn?
That does, in fact, end his turn, yes.
Okay, that turns us over to Proxima.
I have a quick clarification question. Can I cast a spell and a cantrip in the same turn if the cantrip is a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, sick. Okay, so Proxima is going to, and there's just 2 beasts right now, right?
2 beasts.
Sick. Okay, Proxima is going to reach out her hands, one towards one and one towards the other, and she's going to cast Bane on both of them.
Ooh, okay. What kind of
Um,
save is that?
So that is a charisma saving throw of 13 or higher.
All right, and tell the crowd what that's going to do if I fail.
If they fail, then for every attack or saving throw, they're going to roll a d4 and subtract the number from the attack roll or the saving throw. So it's going to cut them down a peg.
Okay. So the one that had Jerry in its mouth and is taking the beating got a 13 flat because they have a -1. So they got 13. But the other one only got a 6. So the least damaged one has been affected by Bane.
Cool. Okay. And then
Good.
as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on Jerry.
Excellent.
Save Jerry.
Save
Good,
Jerry.
Hashtag
Okay.
save Jerry.
Anything else?
And then I'm going to get as far out of the way as I possibly can.
Taika, you're up.
And I look at the displacer beast that just got baned. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
Oh, no.
And I'm gonna need you to make a I'm gonna need you to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw as I cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, and now with Bane, it is a minus what?
You have to roll a
It's a
D4.
D4.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna roll with a D4. So we've got, oh my gosh. And this was a what type of?
A
it was
whiz
wisdom?
save.
All right, so I got a 3 + 1 for a 4, but I rolled a 4 on the D4 for a literal 0
So good.
on its save. So Tasha's hideous laughter as this thing becomes incapacitated.
At the end of each of its
Bad.
turns, it has to, or when it takes damage, it can make another wisdom saving throw to get out of it. But I'm hoping that with its debuff to saves, it's going to be laughing forever.
Okay. Yeah, no, that displacer beast is down. It is baned and it is incapacitated.
Look, just go save Jerry and take out that one. I'll keep this one distracted.
Okay. Any bonus actions, or is that it?
Nope, that's it. I'm going by the I can't do Bardic Inspiration until I have more cards.
Okay. So it is that displacer beast's turn now, and it has got to make the save at the end of its turn again with a minus a D4. Ooh. Okay, it rolled a 19, but it has a 4 on it. So that is a total of a 15.
that's gonna save.
Okay.
Yep.
So it saved, but it lost its turn there. And it just is down on the ground, still prone. Top of the order now, back to Bucket. Everyone make a perception check.
Say 22.
16.
27.
21.
Okay. So the only one who doesn't notice actually is Doc this time. But the rest of you dealing with this, perhaps Doc jumping back to get out of the way and preparing for what they're going to do next. The rest of you up close notice a slight glow start to happen on the portal on the wall again.
Mm-mm.
Nothing has happened yet, but you're detecting, you caught as it starts to glow again. But Bucket, top of the order.
Okay. I'm gonna grab. So Jerry's on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I remember if like like around the church that we're at, is there any is there people around? I guess.
Like,
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna use my movement to move back, and I'm gonna use healing hands to heal five of his hit points.
okay, cool. So you move up, you grab him. Now the displacer beasts are around him. So you do have to kind of get into the thick of that. Are you going to move out of there?
Should I just attack? Actually, guys, do you think I should just attack or grab Jerry?
Whatever Bucket would do. Your
Yeah.
team will have you.
All right, Bucket's just gonna grab Jerry, and you know what? Bucket will Misty Step out into the back of the room, and and as a bonus action, and then heal Jerry with his healing hands.
Okay. So with that, one thing I'll just let you know is I don't believe Misty Step carries other people.
You're right. Never mind. You're right. So
So
I
yeah,
guess
you can
I'll
run
just,
for it for
I'll
sure.
just, I'll just take the attacks of opportunity, and I'll just dip out of there.
Okay, cool. Now the one who is incapacitated and prone isn't gonna have a chance in hell because it is at disadvantage, and the other one rolled a 7.
Cool.
So they all missed you.
Cool. So I'm gonna run and use my full movement to get out of there. I'm gonna use healing hands to just make sure Jerry's alive.
Okay, yeah, you put some hands on Jerry, and you get a ping in your mind. Hey, your mom's walking up, and she does not look happy.
My mother. What?
Because Flag is still outside.
Yeah, I
waiting with
remember.
a mirror, waiting to see if anything happened outside of this church, and your mother is apparently storming towards Amir right now, and she does not look happy.
Oh, Plague, keep me updated. I'm a little busy down here. If you can, get them in the church right now.
Oh, yeah, all right, dude. Yeah, no, I got that. And that's what you hear. That jumps us over to Doc.
So this is not the meta. I'm the only one who did not notice
Yes,
the
you
portal.
didn't notice the portal.
Would anyone have said anything when they noticed the portal?
Yeah, I will give you a free action moment if anyone would think their character would say
If
something.
you won't, that's fine. But I will
Gallagher's
go
a
off
very
that.
stream of thought individual, so I'd imagine he would go, "That thing sure do be glowing, though."
Okay.
Probably. So he would mention at least like that's glowing. I don't know what it means, but I like it. So he would have said something probably to let you know.
Cool. Then that I was going between one of two things that made sense. I look at that, immediately realizing and putting together that these things just came through that portal, and now it's glowing. He says, "Let's not do that, please." The timepiece glows on him as again, like time almost stops, and it's almost him just trying to grab the size of that portal and bring it back in as I attempt to cast dispel magic on the portal.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, as you go to do this, you start casting it and you go to close it. Give me I believe that's an Arcana check.
Yeah, it's well, I'm
It's a
gonna
check
ask
with your
you-
spell casting.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's technically it's my spell casting modifier, so it's a
Let's
+5.
do that. Yeah.
Not an Arcana. This is scary. I'm using my Eldritch dice too. I can't show it. Not to 20.
Yes!
Yes!
Let's go.
Let's not do that.
To 25.
And you watch it start to glow and then solidify as the actual brick of the wall, the stone walls began to twist, and now they're just stopped and frozen and solidified yet again. But it's like someone melted the brick, swirled it, and then let it re-harden.
And I think, okay, I'm going to stop for a second. I have a migraine. And I'm going to incapacitate myself and fall to the ground. That's my turn.
Excellent. Okay. And now that bumps us from you onto that displacer beast that's taken a beating. That one is going to look. Bucket just ran past it. So the closest one to it, I believe, is Gallagher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Gallagher, this one is coming at you, and its attacks. The first one, it swings at you for a 10.
Oh, that ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, and that first one slams down at you, but the second one comes swinging by, and that is a 14 plus 6 for a unnatural 20.
Okay, that one might do it. That one's probably gonna do it.
Okay, and as those collide with you, it's going to be a total of 8 damage. 4 of that is bludgeoning, and 4 of that is piercing.
You're a mean one, aren't you?
And it's just like right in your face. Okay, and that is its turn, and it advances towards you. That moves us now on to Gallagher. Your response.
My response is 2 fists of justice right in its mouth.
Go for it.
Take this!
That is a 19 to hit.
Okay, that'll definitely hit.
Crispy. Enjoy that 11 force damage
Nice.
from my fist.
Nice.
Is it dead yet?
Oh no.
Gosh. I was really hoping it'd be dead.
Wait,
okay.
did the other one move and take the thunder damage or no? I don't remember.
It's that your turn already happened before. Then,
Oh,
so
you're
the
right.
booming
My
blade
bad.
would-
I'm dumb. You're right.
Yeah. All right. So
I
you
will-
took that first hit.
Okay, that is a 9 to hit. That's not good. So I'm
Not
going
gonna
to So I'm gonna use my last key point, and I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Okay. Go
That
for
is
it.
a 19 to hit, which will hit. That is a 8 extra 8 force damage,
Excellent. Extra 8.
and one more strike. That is a 23 to hit,
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
and that is 10 force damage.
Oof. Doing some serious stuff here. Okay.
JoJo's reference and all that, you know.
It is looking pretty rough. This one just got lit up by Gallagher. It is looking pretty rough. And that now moves us from Gallagher on to Proxima.
Okay. So how hard would these things be to touch? Because I know that they are illusory.
So because of Gallagher's hits, that is
Okay.
not affecting the one in front of him at all. The
Okay.
other one was left alone, I believe. Yeah, everyone's left to that one in the back alone, except for Taika, who incapacitated it.
Okay.
And it has not gotten its turn yet, so it doesn't have its. So yeah, they're both accessible.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go for the one that nobody has touched yet.
Okay.
And Proxima is gonna kind of like do a sick barrel roll across the room. She doesn't need to, but she chooses to. And I'm gonna cast inflict wounds. And I'm gonna just fuck it. I'm gonna do it at 3rd level because I can.
Big damage.
So that's gonna be
And it is prone, so you have advantage.
Okay, well I rolled a 19. So
Roll to see if you crit.
okay. How do I do that?
Oh, just roll again, and if
Okay.
you crit, yeah. So never give up a chance to roll twice.
Okay. It was a 16.
Okay, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, a 19 will definitely hit this thing.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
go right
and
ahead.
then that's gonna be sorry, my D thing is just not working.
I do.
My D thing is gonna be 35 damage.
Woo! Yeah,
Inflict
Yeah.
wounds, don't screw around.
did not like that. Okay, that was your action. Any bonus?
Honestly, I'm just gonna get out of the way. for
Okay.
it.
And go ahead then, Taika.
How far away are the two beasts from each other?
They are, one is advanced towards Gallagher. They are 10 feet apart.
Cool. And Proxima, if where did you move to after you got away?
I think Proxima goes. She flips the table. She flips the table over, and she kind of is hiding behind the table.
Are you between them?
I genuinely do not know where Proxima is in space because I cannot
Okay, yeah,
visualize it. So I'm very
visualize
sorry.
you're down a very deep
Okay.
hallway, and
Okay.
the two beasts came out in the center. Right
Okay.
now, Bucket is at the far end with Jerry, almost at the stairs. The rest
Okay.
of you are on this half. Proxima ran into the one farthest at the back,
Okay.
was able to touch it because it was prone, and then you can either move back away from it, you can move farther towards Bucket. Which way do you?
I'll go.
Get out of
back
there!
towards- yeah, I'll get out of there. I'll go back the other way.
Okay, so yeah, you pulled back, and it would not be able to do anything. Okay, so yeah, it tried to swing at you as you ran away, but it's got disadvantage still. So yeah, Taika, Proxima's
Yep.
back, and the two of them are within 10 feet.
Taika sees Proxima get safely away, a smirk on his face, and he snaps his fingers as I cast a 3rd level shatter, because you said they're 10 feet apart.
Oh
And,
yeah.
That is a con save, please, of
Okay.
DC 15.
All right.
Am I caught up in that? What's the range of shatter?
Well,
it's
you-
10 feet, so he can
So-
put it where you're not.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you were on the opposite side of where I'm casting the shatter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
If
I don't even need
if I
to
faced
ask.
it, it was okay.
I got a 9 and a 2 on the die.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay.
Take
Yep.
that damage.
So
Let's
yeah,
go.
they're taking that full damage.
That is 20 damage each.
nice.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Woo! Okay, so that first one The one at the far back takes that 20 and is not looking great. The second one takes that 20, and you watch it twist and turn and fall flat on the ground
Let's go.
as that sound shatters it.
Hell yeah.
Finally, it turns and does that end your turn?
I'm done.
So the second one, seeing this happen and hearing that loud noise, turns and it runs towards Bucket. And it leaps right over Bucket onto the stairs.
Oh,
Bucket,
hell
you
no.
do have a moment. You could make an attack of opportunity as this thing tries to jump past you.
No,
Could I get also? Wouldn't I also get one? Because I've
No,
got a
the
10
one
foot
in his-
reach.
The one in his in your face is so you're 5 feet. You're right facing one. The other one
Mhm.
was separated. So
If it's, I've got a reach of 10 feet though with my punches.
oh right,
Those are
right,
my
right.
astral arm.
Your astral arm. So you can get a grab at this thing as it turns to run.
Is that a grab? If it's a
Uh,
grab, that's fun.
Are you able to
I-
grapple with an attack of opportunity?
A
you know
grapple
what?
is a special attack. An opportunity attack. I don't know if it requires only a weapon attack. I think if you want to rule it, I don't know. So
I would allow you to try and grapple.
All right. Well, I get to use my wisdom modifier for strength checks, and I've got proficiency at athletics.
Okay.
That is a 22 grapple.
Okay. And let's see. Okay. So that first one, it tries to move, and that gives it a 10 on its strength check. So you are able to grab it. And with that, that would stop its speed. But having done so, it will turn now, and it will lunge at you. Using both of its... that's a natural 20 and a
Ooh.
24.
Whoops.
Well, guys,
So-
Bucket, your backpack may be broken.
No!
Sayonara.
All right, so the first one deals a total of 7, and then that natural 20 there is going to deal you.
So about that long rest.
Okay, so that is a total of 24.
Good night, Moon Moon.
Oh no.
And so it tried to move. You grabbed it. It smashed into you. That knocks you out.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
I'm like,
So now it
Oh,
will
no.
use its movement that it has given back to try and move because you're not able to hold it now. And it will use its movement to sprint that way towards the stairs. But Bucket, this gives you a swing if you'd like.
Bucket's pissed. So how much movement does it have?
So it's got plenty to get it. Well, you wouldn't know, but it's moving quickly, and you are not far from it. So it.
If I
doesn't-
wanted to, could I Misty Step midair and collide with it to stop it from moving and attack it? Because Misty Step is a bonus
not
action.
not as a opportunity attack. You basically get a swing at it because it's your opportunity attack.
Okay, and then my turn's next. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, then I'll use my attack of opportunity then, and I'll add my multi attack on top of that.
Okay, yeah. So, oh, you don't get multi-attack. You only get one swing in opportunity attacks.
Are you sure? Hold on, let me check that. Just make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Opportunity is a weird one. It's just an offhand quick.
That's my
thing.
bad. You're right. All right, here we go. I'll roll that. That's only 12.
Okay. And so yeah, a 12 just barely misses this thing as it leaps over you, and you're protecting Jerry, and you slash at it as it jumps over you, and it makes its turn, and it goes to rush up the stairs. And then you hear a voice in your head say, "Hey, you might want to get down, man. She looks pissed."
All right, I'm gonna grab Jerry and I'm gonna Misty Step. I'm out of the building. Like,
Well,
my
remember,
range?
you can't misty with
yeah,
Jerry.
fuck! I keep forgetting
Yeah.
that. Fuck! I'm dumb.
Only Thunderstep can take people.
Cool. I'll grab Jerry and I'll be like, I'll just shout, "Take cover!" and I'll just dive into the hallway.
Yeah, and as you roll out of the way, farther into the hallway and away from the stairs, you see a column of flame come ripping down the edges of the stairway, and it singes and it licks its way all the way down, coming farther into the hall than you'd expect before it sucks back in.
That's my mom.
And coming around the corner,
Doc about to be your daddy. Hold on.
and coming around the corner, you see Alunon and what appears to be a somewhat uncomfortable Amir looking around as they come down the stairs into the church. So Alunon and Amir come walking down the stairs, and Plague at their heels, and Alunon's hands glowing red hot as the bit of flame magic still ready to go if there's any other problems down here. And she looks around and she sees Bucket on the floor with a very injured person, and then sees Proxima ducked and covered with a body up ahead of another one of those beasts. The displaced interesting swirl on the wall and interesting runes carved in left by Jerry and Doc stopping that. And then Taika in a robe and no pants yet, right?
Yeah, the pants are on the ground next to Taika.
Yeah, they're a work in progress.
Yeah.
And just kind of sees all of this, and Gallagher standing in front. Gallagher out
ain't
cold.
standing.
Yeah, Gallagher out cold.
Yeah. I'm gonna run over to Gallagher and be like, no, I'm gonna start CPR.
Okay, make a medicine check for me.
5.
Gallagher, take one negative death save.
No!
Oh God, no! Can
I
I?
start
Yeah, I'm
coughing up
gonna-
a little bit.
I'm gonna be like,
I imagine-
Proxima, help him!
Yeah,
I imagine you just start punching my chest, and I'm like,
Maybe let someone who knows what they're doing. Proxima like mom arms Bucket like off to the side. Can I cast prayer of healing? And it's up to 6 creatures. So no, y'all can do that.
You don't
I'll
want
take
this.
my hit points, please.
All right.
Do you want to spare him first?
that takes
Do you
10
need
minutes to cast. I might be dead before
Which is
then.
why I said, if you want to spare
Yeah.
him first, and
Yeah.
then
I
click
could
her
die
healing?
in 12 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah,
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 you're
yeah,
gonna
I'll do
spare the
that.
dying?
I'll spare
Cool.
the dying.
So now you're safe, and
Disable.
you can start casting prayer of healing.
All right.
All right, you should also make sure Jerry's in that
I'll
to make sure
save
he's
you.
alive.
Please,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah,
Heaven
I'll
above.
throw. Yeah, it's up to.
Medieval practice. This
Yeah.
fucking double. We've done all that we could. The leeches did nothing to the cancer.
What'd you say, Katie?
Oh, I was gonna say. So yeah. So if it's 6 creatures, then hypothetically, I can see all of you plus Jerry. So
Yeah.
I'll just count everybody that I can see.
Perfect.
And
So
then
yeah, you spend time doing that, and we'll give it a few minutes, but that'll take effect soon. Because Alunon looks around and says, "What the hell was that about?"
Do I? Yes, I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, I don't know that that's his mom. I
Oh
don't
No.
think you revealed that.
No.
You haven't revealed that.
yeah. Do any of us know that? I really
No.
don't. I don't
Mm-mm.
remember.
Bucket
Okay.
has not said it at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, he will go. Someone, looking at Jerry, decided to use a portal for some reason, and other things came through with it.
And she looks at the portal on the wall and says, "Fascinating." And the fire kind of dies out in her hands. Now, there's no more of them, right? And it flickers back up for just a second.
I maybe tapped out at the moment, but I assure you I am also an accomplished wizard. Hopefully, it's not coming through.
Excellent. And she dies down to now start inspecting this. "Good job alerting us with the cat. That was smart." And she points over to Bucket, but she's not like looking at you. She's like looking at the sigil on the wall and trying to decipher it, but she gives you like a good job letting us know about that. A lot of people could have gotten hurt if that thing got upstairs.
Validations come a little late, don't you think?
And she like looks back at you for a moment and
Like
says,
what? Nothing.
uh,
Nothing.
Well,
What?
I mean, yes, you did a good job at the cabin
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
apologize.
He's a very good cat.
I'm sorry, did I do something to offend you?
Oh, not yet.
Are you anticipating I'm going to offend you?
Not the words I would use, but what do I know? I'm a simple little cursed baby, aren't I?
He said the words not specifically. He said the words not yet.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Is there something deeper to that? I mean, me thinking, I guess witnessed a time displaced individual from my
Yeah,
past.
you go
has
ahead and
come,
make that an insight check.
and now
I
he's
mean, I may
knowing
be
shit, but not
uncon-
knowing. Well, you
I mean,
out. You
I'm
out.
unconscious, but I feel like I can taste the bitterness.
Yeah,
Damn, that's a lot of salt.
Anyone who's conscious can make an insight check on the words not yet, because two of you have already encountered past people.
So 17
an
for
18 for
Taika.
me.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that at least with that, it's not an in contest with Bucket per se. It's you deciphering the idea.
Yeah.
This could be Bucket probably knows her, and that's like you just all got that. You don't know how, but you have just Bucket knows this elf.
Sorry.
Wow.
Thank you for helping us. I should have said that. I'm just a little on edge with my friend here dying, so.
Uh,
What do you make of all of this?
well, this is very peculiar. I've not seen something like this before, but I've seen similar things. Some of our wizards at the academy work on some of this, but we primarily work with well, you saw a bit of it in the hallway there. We do kind of the big boom stuff. But some of the other schools, they work on this, but interplanar travel, it's a high level of magic, especially those things, displacer beasts. They come from different planes, so yes, it looks like this poor sap might have accidentally opened up a portal to one of the other. Huh.
Yes, plane shifting or plane hopping or things like that do exist, but that has been dealt with.
Well, good job. What did you do here to? And as she says that, it starts to glow again a little.
No, ma'am. No turkey. No salami. No, I just
And-
dispelled this thing.
The runes that are left start to glow, but as they do, you watch as one glows, and then the wall cracks and it stops glowing. And another one glows, and it too cracks. But the swirl in the center, it looked like it glitched to something for a second. And two more start to glow. And she steps back, going, "Are you doing that?"
No.
Could I pull out any of the research and see if this corresponds to anything on the notes?
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
17.
So you're trying to look and see if there's anything about interdimensional or travel or anything of the sort. And there are some mentions about the planes and stuff in there, but nothing about nothing that's redacted. And so
Okay, I'm gonna start scribbling down the runes like in order and like as it's like cracking. I'm like,
yeah, absolutely. And as you try to write these down, you're basically trying to copy Jerry's researcher. And
And
two
really
of them light up.
quickly,
Yeah, go ahead.
And really quickly, just so Doc is understanding, his spell worked, but this is something else that was on the wall, or
No, so
it's something.
your spell. You know what? I'll just flat out explain. So Doc would understand this. You cast Dispel Magic to just like wipe the magic that's there, and you took out the magic that's there. But you affected what you saw. And as Doc did that, something else is triggering, and another one starts to glow, and two more glow, and there is a flicker, and the swirls sort of fade as it looks like it's starting to form a door or a window or something. And you see, for a brief moment, there's a light, and you see inside through the wall as Alanon steps back, and she prepares the fire at her hands again and says, "Is something else coming through?"
Yeah, you see an orb is beginning to form. Nothing's happening, and I start to step back too, and I say, "Oh, once in my life, I don't know."
Who has the
Not-
book?
I do.
You, where is it? Is it in a bag? Is it just in your hand? Is it where? I guess your
It's-
hands are
it's-
full with Jerry, but
Well,
like,
well, it's like I like looking through the papers and it's like kind of with them. Like I kind of like threw everything together like
the
a pile.
book starts to move, and the book starts to flap, and then it starts to lift up into the air, and
Guys,
it rushes at the wall, but it smacks into the stone. You're seeing right through it, like the stone is almost glass, like you're looking through a television screen, but the screen is still there, the wall is still there, and the book smashes into it and falls, and it floats back up, and it smashes into it again, and it falls, and now you're starting to see the shapes take form on the other side, and you are looking at rows and rows of shelves with books on them. And the book is smashing and smashing and smashing into this wall. And a cat walks by in the distance. And then the runes on the wall crack and the image is gone.
I think the book wants to go home.
That's the whole point.
Well, we're gonna turn to Bucket's mom, and I'm assuming she saw this as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She
Yeah.
backed up and had her hands glowing and ready to attack. But she's also somewhat in the loop, as she was in the
Yeah.
building for 1,000 years.
Did that look familiar to you at all? What we just saw? That room, the library, did that look familiar?
No, but did you read that? The shelves were numbered and labeled.
How are they labeled?
One said 3rd, 4th, 5th. The other said mystic, illusion, and aerial.
This is a library of magic.
It appears to be so.
What land are we on right now? In right now?
You're in the land of knowledge.
Is there a land of Arcana?
Yes, that is actually where Bucket's mother works and lives. That's where
Okay.
Bucket is from. It's on the other side of the world, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we can safely assume that that was the quote unquote city of knowledge, as that's where the book needs to go, and as we saw, really wants to go.
Can I pick up the book and see if any new pages have been added?
Yes. And as you pick it up, you look through, and the book shows that 4 strangers were asked by Gravvicon to go seek by Gravvicon the cat to find the home. But the text says 4, but there are 5 figures in the book. And the text says that the 4 people went, but there are 5 figures who went to the cabin now. And it says that the 4 of you went to see a small boy, to see a small snake, and that the snake led you to a larger snake. but there are 5 of you in it, even though the text reads 4. And it shows the group of 5 talking to a giant serpent wrapped around trees. And the serpent points in a direction. And you all head that way in the book. And that is what has been added, is the serpent pointed in a direction. And on the next page, the 5 figures follow that direction.
We
But
need to go.
We haven't
Oh,
visited the snake yet. Why would
Yeah.
it tell us that it's already going to tell us where
Oh,
to go?
Well, I
Card.
think
The card. The card
But
told
that
us to
wasn't the
visit
snake that
right?
was telling. Yes, the card told us to visit the snake, but now the snake is telling us where to go.
I think maybe what I think maybe if I'm looking at this page correctly, I think maybe once we talk to the snake, we will know where to go. Like, I do not think this is like a literal picture of like, let's all turn left at the end of the hallway. I think this is more like we need to go let the snake point us in the direction, because now we have been told twice that we need to go talk to the snake. We saw
But
the
why is there
card.
5 in the book and it says only 4? Why
I
is there
can
that
explain
inconsistency?
that. Technically, I'm not breaking Gravvicon orders.
And Proxima just like points at Bucket's mom. Is she cool? Can she be here for this? I do not want another librarian situation.
I will say this in the plainest way. Time isn't what you may think it is. Trust me, I know that well. What you may perceive as 4 was truly 5 all along. Unfortunately, I'm seeing both sides of that conundrum.
So you're saying something happened and we don't remember it, but you do.
Yes. Just know that on one hand, on the minute hand, I was a part of your team, or we all were together. On the hour hand, with time being fluctuated, I wasn't. Time has not reconverged upon itself, unfortunately.
Wonderful. Also, is Backpack awake yet?
Yes.
So we'll say it's taken some time, and by now we'll say Katie was able to release that effect of prayer of healing.
Is Jerry up as well now, or is Jerry still slumped?
So all of you would have gotten the healing. How much is that from Proxima?
That is going to be 10 total.
Everyone got 10?
I want to note that Doc literally has not gotten hit this entire campaign.
I think I'm
So-
the only one who has.
That's right,
gotten
Tyka's got hit
No,
once.
I've gotten hit.
Yeah.
I've gotten hit.
Oh,
So
okay,
yes,
okay.
Jerry is breathing now and
That's good.
is kind of in and out a little bit, but is recovering as the puncture wounds in their neck are sealing up.
And Proxima is gonna just go start like tending to Jerry while this, like, she's carrying on the
For sure.
conversation, but she's gonna be like medicing.
Yeah. And Bucket or Gallagher would be awake now as the healing has taken effect.
I'm like, you're weak. I'll carry you, and I'm just gonna pick him up in like this, like in my arms.
I'm going to like wrap my arms around his head and just like caress very gently on his cheek and be like, "This is good."
That is the most wholesome shit I've ever seen. It's adorable.
Frankly, this isn't the strangest thing I've heard. I don't know if you've noted, Amir, but we are quite
Oh fuck me.
far from home. And Amir responds to Alunon, yeah, noted. Quite a ways. How far for you? And she goes, nearly a millennia. 1,000 years. Picture that. Not too far off myself. And then she turns and looks at the rest of you. How far displaced are you all?
5, more or less.
Perhaps it has something to do with the length of time we spent inside the home. You were only there for about an hour. We were there for several days. I'll have to consider that.
I want to note that only one person responded to that.
Yeah. Everyone else is like,
I know.
Taika, Doc, and I are not at liberty to say, technically.
Yeah.
Regardless, we are dealing with something, and you all saw the book. Every single last one of you. Now, technically including him. Why he even came, I don't know. But it seems as if this serpent should be introduced to us.
Well, the boy said that he would take us to the Snake King. Shall we find the boy then?
Yes, that's an excellent idea. We should absolutely find the boy. And Taika is like very much pushing, like audibly for this. Yes, that would
You
be a
really
great
want to
idea.
talk to this child?
Look, yeah, he says that he lives in the church, right?
Yes. This is true.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
So she's fucking I was gonna ask Star if she knew where the kids were, but she's yelled punched her in the face, and so now
Well, she doesn't remember a lot of stuff anyway. So
Yeah,
I'm,
she's out.
I guess with Gallagher in my arms, I'm gonna go over. I'm like, can you wake her up?
I can certainly try.
Are we in the church?
Yeah, we're
you
underneath
guys
it
are
right now.
Underneath the church?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We could walk up and find a kid.
yeah, we could just go find him. I just assumed he was off like Oliver Twisting about the town. Like I don't.
Oliver.
He's got,
Gallagher's
like, a
gonna
top
turn
hat.
back. Gallagher's gonna turn back to the party and say, "I suppose we couldn't wait maybe an hour. I wish to meditate for 30 minutes at least."
I think we should wait longer than an hour.
I could like.
How
go
about we
through
take a
some
long
shawarma.
rest to make ourselves feel better?
You mean we should sleep? I don't know why you say long rest. That's just that's very archaic language.
You know what? You're right. Let us take.
Wouldn't be a bad idea, I suppose, to monitor. Certain it would be decent for us to keep an eye on this portal.
I will watch the portal if you all want to go rest. I will stand guard.
Amir,
will-
could you secure us some lodging here at the church? I'm certain you tell them that I'm from the university, they won't have a problem. Wasn't that like 1,000 years ago? Fair point. Do any of you have any pull with the folks here?
I could. I guess Taika and I could maybe possibly talk to some people. Taika, shall we?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, it seems we got a little bit more, forceful push than pull, but yeah, we can go figure this out.
All right. So Taika, Gallagher, do you want to come with us, or do you want to be left here?
If we're getting a nap later anyway, I may as well come with.
All right.
He doesn't
we
look
just-
great. He's totally has 10 HP.
Should we just
So
should we just
still
wake
my
her
arms
up
won't-
and should we just wake her up and ask? She kind of seemed like she was one of the higher ups here, right?
True.
Let's wake her up. Let's do that.
Can I attempt to wake her up with a medicine check, perchance?
Sure.
Doc's just
okay.
gonna just casually walk behind, Amir and Alanon
Out of sight.
being the one
19?
who mollywopped. So
Yeah, 19. Yeah, you're able to check, and she's been kind of recovering while she's been passed out here, and you didn't really do any major damage because your effects were to stun and to blank her mind, and so you're able to kind of shake her awake, and Stara starts to wake up.
Are you all right, ma'am?
Oh,
You hit your head quite hard.
oh,
You're finally awake.
what?
You hit your head.
I'm sorry. How silly of me.
Here, let me help you up. We'll take you to a seat.
Thank you. My chair over there. And you help her up.
And
Yeah,
by
yeah,
this
yeah.
time,
Yeah.
I've taken like all like the information she's gathered, and I have it all like in my back in my backpack.
Okay.
So it's like there's no remnants that she's ever done any
Yeah.
research, all of her journals and stuff like that.
She's just, we've robbed her blind, we punched her in the face, and now we've woken her up to be like, we need the child.
No, we
What if-
hit her
The
across the face
Mandalorian.
with a stick.
Oh,
Crack.
and she sits up and she looks around and says, "Oh, what? I remember
You remember? That's not good.
you. You wanted to talk to me outside. What did you want to talk to me about again?
We wanted lodging for the night. We were wondering if you were kind enough to offer us that.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Travelers, right? Yes.
Far from home.
Yes, I'm sorry. If you head upstairs, and just ask for Lara, she'll be able to get you situated. Just tell her that Stara had gotten things situated, and I'm sorry. I think I need to go lay down a bit more.
Of course.
I'm before we leave, I'm gonna go to Tyke and ask her to find David. Blah blah blah. So
Yeah, no, I got it. And I cast Friends on Stara.
No.
because then she gets aggro. Don't you have charm person with?
Wait, oh
Fey
shit,
touch?
no, you're right. No, I forgot. I don't cast that.
I was just like, wait, hold
I
on,
always
hold on.
forget.
I don't
Oh,
want
no,
to
Mentor,
I don't want to put her in a coffin.
She won't die.
We will kill her.
All right. What do you ask?
Miss
Or what do you do?
Miss Stara, was it?
Yes.
Look, I'm a traveling magician, and I heard that you had a group of kids, orphans maybe, and in return for us sleeping here, let me perform.
And something about talking about them sort of shakes her out of it. Oh yes, that would be wonderful. They would love that. I know one boy in particular who is quite fond of magic, although he won't often say it. Yes, I could have that arranged. Perhaps tomorrow I could take you all over to the orphanage. It's just across the street, and we could schedule a performance. Thank you.
That would be perfect. I will prepare my best tricks.
Wonderful.
Subject of many things.
You want to draw a
Pick a
card?
pick a card.
Any card.
Is this one your card?
The last, if Tyka's done, seeing that she is not hostile and not remembering, especially considering Gallagher was also the one who actually did the thing. He will, because seeing that she is tired and weary, he will walk over and reach into his pouch and grab at least a ration. But as he goes over, he says, "I know you are tired, and this will help, but I need something from you. Can you think of, or tell me a memory of your favorite food?"
Oh, well, I know it's a bit silly, but I'm rather partial to a bit of bread after you've dipped it in the juices of the meat off the plate. It's honestly my favorite part of a meal.
And as she speaks, there's actually, if somebody is watching, it's like close, it's to the back of his neck, but more a little down. You see it begin to glow as he channels her memory in that time specifically into that piece of food, as I use prestidigitation and change the flavor of the ration to what she's describing.
Yeah,
and I give it to her and I say,
yeah, you're like giving her that bottom of like pot pie where it's seeped into the crust.
mm-hmm.
And you say what?
And I say, eat this. This would just soothe you. And it's going to taste exactly like what she has described.
And she takes a bite and, oh my. Well, thank you. That's quite good. That's excellent, actually. And she kind of sheepishly like holds it down to not scarf it all right now.
It's a damn ration. But this guy, we don't mean to take up much more of your time. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Of course.
Enjoy your soggy meat bread.
Thank you. And she continues taking bites of it. And she starts looking around the room and just kind of left as you walk away, just looking at these walls like something's nagging her.
Oh, that's
You know?
sad.
A little bit.
But yeah,
Then she get erased from existence.
Yeah,
That's
at
valid.
least she's alive.
Yeah.
She's alive.
and
That's a
so
win.
With her soggy
where do
meat
you head
bread.
next?
I guess upstairs to get some sleep.
To get
Yeah.
some
Yes,
rest.
we
Yep.
Talk to Laura.
Mm.
Lara.
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 And I guess we'll also say to Alanon and Amir, we don't know you that well. I flicks at Bucket, but nothing really happens past that. If he wants to perceive that, he can.
Yeah.
But he said, we don't know you that well, but we need rest, and I'm sure you in a house or something for over hundreds of years, you might need rest too. We're going to sleep here if you would like to join.
I guess we haven't quite rested in a few hundred years, huh? And she kind of laughs a little bit and looks at Amir, and he just like looks back and he's just like, no. And she's like, oh, come on. It's a good joke. We're literally ripped out. All right. Someone doesn't have a sense of humor. Anyways, you lot seem a bit more fun than you lead on, so let's have at it.
How old is Amir?
Amir, it's hard to tell. He looks in his 30s.
That's what I need to know.
Yeah. And she's an elf,
Polyamorous ship.
and she's an elf,
No!
so it's hard
It's
to
my
judge.
mother! Stop! I will kill you!
And
You're not my dad!
she looks around and says, so
Yet.
lead the way. And she does make a note, and she steps up to you, Bucket, and says, by the way, that thing you did back at the cabin with the dark, scary, all of that, what was that about?
Nothing to worry.
And she pulls out a journal and flips it open. She says, I tried to sketch it the best I can, but I haven't seen something like that. Well, not quite. And I do love knowing more things about interesting. If you wouldn't mind, would you be able to show us all of that again at some point again?
Should I just do it right now? Funny.
You should.
Yeah, I'll be like, sure, and I'll activate it. So this like swath of just like smoke and shadow will just flow out from my skin as half of my face just turns into a skeleton. And my eyes just glow red. It's like this kind of like boom, just
You have to like make
I
a
just
save.
like-
And
What is
we
this? Okay.
all have to
Yeah,
make a
Yeah, I was like,
You
you
all
have to make
have
a
to make
save.
You all have to make a con save to not be frightened.
Yeah.
right
Is
What-
it con or wisdom?
no, it's a charisma save. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, because
Okay,
let me just
pull
make
it up.
sure.
Necrotic
Uh,
shroud.
I nat
Yeah,
won this
it's,
the last time.
Yeah, it's a charisma saving throw, DC 15.
Well, that's a 5.
7.
Oh, I rolled
Dirty
an
20.
Okay.
I was like,
yeah,
okay,
be
kind
a
of cool now.
Amir again is just like, but she got a 21 and it's just like, excellent, and just starts drawing while everyone else in the fucking room is panicking except Taika. Everyone else in the room is now frightened of Bucket and doesn't want to advance up the stairs. And Bucket, you see as a woman having just come down the stairs goes and just like faints.
That's a shame, isn't it?
One of the other members of the church having come down after the commotion to have a look.
It's
Flopped down.
fiendish devil
Skeleton
gargoyle.
thing.
Great to be in a church basement.
Gallagher, you were about to say something.
Can I attempt to grapple and suplex bucket.
What
'Cause
is
I'm in his
happening?
arms
you are
and
feared,
terrified.
you cannot move towards them willingly, and you have disadvantage when they're in sight.
But I am in his arms because I am being held
Oh,
like
yeah.
a princess.
Hey, I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm just-
you,
That's
throw yourself. Did you
Yes.
just throw yourself a crawl away just super fast?
with disadvantage, you may attempt.
okay. I probably won't do it. I just want to do this because I think
That's
it's
hilarious. Just to
Okay,
break
that's
my
an
nose on the
11.
stairs.
funny. And a 13, so an 11. I'm
Bop.
trying to like grab.
I'm like, stop
Okay.
it, stop. No, it's
Uh,
fine. It's fine. It's not. It's fine. Just drop
Bucket.
it. Just like, ah!
Yeah, you can just drop him if you'd like. And so yeah, just freaking out. And Alanon is drawing up the
I have a
sketch of
question.
you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this like a situation where it also happens to Plague like the monkey in Pirates of the Caribbean? So he's like a skeleton cat.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Get it,
Flag is
cat!
just like licking himself, and it's half a skeletal arm being licked by half of a tongue. Like it's very, very unsettling. But yes, so she does that and says, "Excellent. Thank you. That'll be all." And she shuts it. And very interesting. And she works her way up. And she checks the person on the stairs. She'll be fine. And keeps walking past.
I'll deactivate the shroud and absorb like the shadow back into me. I'm like, sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, and everyone's chill now.
That was a lot scarier the first time you did it.
I know it's not that bad, isn't it?
It really isn't.
It's so much worse. I thought I was gonna die.
Get back here. I'm gonna pick you up again. I'm just gonna keep walking.
And so
I'm-
you all
I'm
head
now
upstairs,
like a baby.
looking for Lara.
Yes.
Yes. And with a little bit of searching, you're able to find Lara, and she points you in the direction that as Stara has got you set up, then yes, you are able to get some lodging here, and they put you up for the night. And you all go to sleep. Do you take ships or anything of the sort?
I'm not.
Church.
I'm passing out.
Yeah.
I think naturally, I'm going to take my full rest, but I will probably stay up a little longer while I do some not sketching. This is kind of not gross. I'm to myself, and y'all will see him kind of strip-ish. He'll have his pants on, but he's looking at all the tattoos, and you'll notice that some will begin to glow and some will begin to fade as I'm basically doing my spell shit.
Yeah.
But it's all through my tattoos. But then I'll go to sleep. So technically, I
Excellent.
have like the first watch, but then I'm out.
Just to clarify, were we gonna have anybody watching the portal, or are we?
I think Alunan and Amir were taking that job, and then we're gonna let us know if anything happened.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Alanon and Amir are happy to do that.
After,
Go
like,
down there,
what
nobody else will
time
do that.
is it? Like, what time of day is it right now?
So it is actually on towards the evening. It's not quite late, but it's like 6, 7 p.m. ish.
Okay. When everybody else goes to bed, can Proximus sneak out and try and find a store?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So let's get to this point here. All of you go to sleep, right? So as you all, Doc has gone through and dealt with theirs. Proxima, are you going out?
Actually, I'm really sorry. Could I set Plague up for watch while we're asleep?
Yeah.
Galileo would be up as well. Sorry, he's
For
always
sure.
up.
Yeah, Galileo and Plague are just kicking.
Oh my
it,
God,
walking.
could Galileo? Yeah, I guess yes. He's having a conversation.
Yeah, the owl and the cat are just conversing. Just
Excellent. And with this, then yes, Proxima, you are able to go to slip out while the rest of everyone is asleep. Now, I will note that you are unaware, probably, unless you observe, but Plague and Galileo are awake.
That's fine. I'm gonna look at Plague and I'm just gonna kind of like kneel down and I'm gonna say, I need to go do something important. I will be back in less than an hour. If I do not come back in an hour, wake somebody up, but I just need to run a quick errand. Be cool, okay? And I just give him a little scratchy scratch.
And he's like,
Thank you.
yes. Okay. And yeah,
Galileo's
you're
looking at.
Damn. Okay then. Yeah. I
Gallagher's
can
just
just
like,
chop
all right,
liver.
yeah, okay.
he
whatever.
doesn't. I think he's still going through the time space continuum. So he's still in that space where he doesn't know her, and he gets like, don't
touch me. I don't know you.
Okay. And so, yeah, you're able to head out. Where are you going?
Okay, I just want to find like fantasy Walmart, like just like a store.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely able to
Okay,
see that up ahead there are on the street there are just a few shops, and there is a tavern and some late night for the travelers that come through to be able to still get things.
Okay, does one of them look like they would have more like sort of like fun stuff, like just like sort of like amusement, booze, that kind of thing?
Yeah, you see a shop that looks like it seems to carry all of the basic essentials for travel.
Okay.
And it's the Wooden Arrow.
Okay, cool. Proxima's gonna go inside, and she's gonna step to the counter, and she's going to just put a couple of gold pieces on the counter, and she's gonna say, I need to purchase a deck of cards.
And the woman behind the counter, a younger looking woman with long brown hair tied back into a ponytail, looks at you and says, "Oh, yeah, certainly. We carry not much of a selection, but we've got a deck over there, and it doesn't have all the cards you need for like Dragon Ante and things. We don't carry any of the extras, none of that flavor stuff, but it'll still get the time to pass."
That is fine. Actually, and Proxima thinks for a second, and she says, "Actually, I will take 2."
Certainly. Those are the last 2 we got.
Wonderful. I'll take those. So I buy those. Proxima like puts them in her pocket, and
Yep.
she just heads back on the way that she
And they
came.
were a copper piece each, so very easy to pick up. And yeah, you pick them up and you head back. Once you get back, what do you do when you get back?
I put one on Taika's table, like just like next to him, and I keep the other one in my pocket.
Okay. And you go to sleep?
Mhm.
And as you lay down, the day finally setting in and wearing in, all of you are asleep. And you enter the same space as the others. And you shut your eyes and you fell asleep. But you look around and you have just walked into a room. No, it's not a room because there are no walls. But the other members are sitting at a table. And now as you arrive, they all wake up. And all 5 of you wake up seated at a table as Proxima approaches. And all 5 of you are in a table in the middle of nothing. There's white smoke moving around the ground, and it's thick fog surrounding all of you as far as you can see.
Quick clarification: the 5 of us are sitting, and Proxima approaches, or
No, I'm sorry. The 4 of you are seated, and Proxima just, as she fell asleep, walked up to the table.
So
Proxima,
Amir
you are
and-
also unsure.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And a pair of eyes moves through the fog, and a flash of gold and yellow.
I have blind sense. Do I see anything, or is this like a dreamscape, so nothing matters?
Oh, you see nothing, my friend. You see the eyes, but you don't sense anything in here. And it is just like an expansive nothingness. Your own regular senses are confused here. It's like you're mentally here, and that's it. You have no connection to sense or taste. You can see and you can hear. And these eyes moving through the fog. What type of game do you want to play? and they move back and forth.
Like a snake. Like a snake. Like a snake.
I guess you've been wanting to play a game. Come and find me then. I like hide and seek. And the eyes pull back and they fade away. As you all wake up in the morning, having shared a similar dream. And that is where the episode ends. Except,
Oh, no.
always have that epilogue. And this strange new being having appeared in the grand hall, in the crown room of Gravvicon, the 14th seat, made a call. I have awoken. And over time, several members returned, keeping their distance, making judgments, observing. And it speaks yet again. I am merely here to set things straight. Why do you fear me so? And in a flash, it's standing behind two of them. If you are so weary of those who would set things right, perhaps you are not needed. And with a touch, two of the chairs vanish. And the hooded figure that you are familiar with smiles and says, now let's not be too hasty. 12 is not as easy a number to work with. And the rest of the members can feel something inside of them. The rest of the 12 seats that remain feel the loss of the other two deep inside of their chest. And the worry sets in. The creature looks at the one who set you on your path and says, is that not why I'm here, though? And suddenly they're standing on the rooftop. So many shattered pieces. Because you're running out of time. But I can give you more time. I can simply correct it. And with a clench of its fist, 5 of those dimensions cease to exist. And Gravvicon steps forward but is halted in place. Now, if you can't get it done your way, I'll just start it all over. That's the safest bet. Isn't it? And it leaves with Gravvicon staring out at the remaining pieces of the mansion, running out of time.